Welcome. Today, we're kicking off your journey into the exciting world of data analytics. In this first lesson, you'll discover how data analysts use raw data to tell compelling stories that help businesses make smarter, more strategic decisions. Think of this as your first step into a much larger, data-driven world. Every single day, an incredible amount of data is generated. From every sale in a store to every like on social media, businesses are swimming in information. The real challenge, however, isn't just having this data. It's turning all those numbers into actionable insights. Data is arguably the most strategic asset any business can possess. When it's used correctly, it can help track inventory with precision, spot emerging market trends, detect fraudulent activity, and even optimize pricing for maximum profit. But without analysis, all this data is just a collection of numbers with no meaning, no context, and no story to tell. Businesses thrive by analyzing patterns like daily sales figures, weekly customer engagement, or monthly growth. By comparing performance over time, decision-makers can react faster and with greater accuracy, turning historical data into a roadmap for the future. This is where telling a story with data becomes crucial. Your reports and dashboards aren't just collections of charts. They need to clearly communicate insights so that leaders can make confident decisions. Data alone is rarely enough. It's the story behind the data that truly drives action and inspires change. And analysis is not just about reporting what has already happened. You need to empower people to act on your insights. This might mean reallocating a marketing budget, redesigning a product, or changing an entire business strategy. Data-driven insights guide effective action and lead to better business outcomes. Of course, many businesses struggle to understand and use their data effectively. That's why partnering with data engineers and data scientists is so important. They help ensure you have access to clean, reliable, and trustworthy data, which is the foundation of any solid analysis. But even with the best data, it's not enough to just analyze it in a silo. Your organization needs a strong data culture where insights are openly shared and, most importantly, acted upon. You have to make sure the right people can access the story your data is telling, whenever and wherever they need it. Your role as a data analyst is to be a detective, a storyteller, and a strategist all in one. You uncover the hidden value in data and present it in a way that truly influences decisions. By telling a clear story, you empower your organization to make smarter, faster, and more confident choices. Now, let's cover a few key terms you'll hear a lot. First, data analysis. This is the process of examining data to find insights. Business insights are the actionable understandings you gain from that analysis. Data storytelling is all about sharing those insights in a way that sparks action. Metrics and KPIs, or key performance indicators, are the specific numbers you keep an eye on to gauge performance. And lastly, a data culture is a vibe where decisions are consistently fueled by data. So, how do you actually do this? Let's break it down into 5 simple steps. Step 1. is to identify the question. Before you even touch a single piece of data, you must clearly define what you want to know. For example, a good question might be, which of our products sell best during the month of December? This focuses your analysis and ensures you find relevant, useful insights. Step 2 is to gather the data. You'll collect data from various sources like company databases, Excel spreadsheets, or even online services. A critical part of this step is making sure your data is clean, accurate, and properly formatted for analysis. Step 3 is to explore 4 patterns. This is where you start digging in. Look for trends like peak sales days, common customer behaviors, or geographic hotspots. Using charts and tables at this stage can help make these patterns and outliers much easier to spot. Step 4 is to tell the story. Now you bring it all together. Create dashboards and reports that clearly communicate what you've found. Don't just show the data. Highlight the key message and recommend specific actions based on your findings. And that brings us to step 5. Act on the insights. Share your findings with the decision makers. Recommend the next steps clearly and confidently. And finally, track the results of any actions taken. This not only measures success, but also helps you refine your analysis for the future. Let's do a quick recap. Remember, data alone is not enough. Insights are what drive action. Stories make data understandable and help leaders make better decisions. Always collaborate with data experts to ensure your data is reliable. Patterns and trends are your guides to understanding what's happening, and fostering a strong data culture will elevate your entire organization's performance. All right, time for a quick quiz to see what you've learned. First question: what is the main goal of a data analyst? The answer is to uncover insights from data and tell a story that drives business decisions. Question 2. Which of these is not a typical data pattern to analyze? Daily sales, month-over-month trends, employee birthdays, or week-over-week trends? The correct answer is employee birthdays. While important for morale, they aren't typically analyzed for business performance insights. Question 3. A scenario. Your dashboard shows that sales dipped significantly in the last week. What should be your first action? You should investigate the patterns and context behind the dip before recommending any changes. Question 4. True or false? Data storytelling is only about making charts look good. That is false. Visual appeal is helpful, but the primary goal is to convey clear, actionable insights. And our final question: a marketing campaign is not performing as expected. How can data help? You can analyze campaign metrics to identify what's not working, and then suggest data-backed adjustments to improve the results. Great job. That completes our first lesson. You're now one step closer to mastering data analytics. Get ready for the next unit. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson.